my first real collection buyout. And I needed this one bad. One of the biggest challenges that I've been running into as an up and coming vendor is making sure that I have enough inventory for my customers going show to show. Especially at Card Ville now that we have 4 shows lined up over the next 4 weekends across Philadelphia and the New Jersey area, I needed to make sure that I had enough inventory to last me over the next basically month. So what I did is bought my first big collection that I've ever done before from, a new friend and a local collector. And I'd love to go through it and talk through what cards I bought, why I bought them, the total value of it, everything, and why I think this is going to be a great play to allow us to continue to, grow the brand as Card Ville and continue to vend at shows moving forward. Like I said, I bought this collection solely for business purposes. Card Ville has a lot of shows coming up over the next couple weeks, and I wanted to make sure I had a stacked case of inventory for all the, customers and everyone we're gonna have coming to these shows. But after going through this collection, I'd be lying if I said a part of me doesn't want to keep at least half of this collection. Let's go through it. All right, so let's go through this beautiful collection we have. But first, there's a couple cards I want to go through that were separate from this collection, but they're my recent pickups. And I figured, hey, let's just include them in this video. So obviously the promo Charizard, Mega Charizard, absolute beaut from the new Charizard box. I think this artwork's sweet. This is a gradable copy. So definitely gonna put that in our grade pile. And then special delivery Pikachu. How do you not absolutely love this card? It is one of the cutest cards I think in the game. One of my favorite Pikachus. I think it's really underrated. I recently picked up the Charizard in a 10, so gonna grade this puppy. Hopefully it comes back as a 10. It's a little, top heavy, but other than that, I mean, you don't know until you open it, right? But I think this is gonna be a gradable copy. And then I got a bunch of these Shining Gyarados. I absolutely love this card. It's an XY promo. It was at a show once. I saw it, I bought it. It sold right away at my last show. And I was like, all right, people like it too. I'm not the only one. So I went on TCG, bought a bunch of them. Excited to have those in the collection. So this is now what we're about to go through is what was actually sold and part of that collection that I just bought out. So started with 3 slabs. They have the Charizard from the classic collection in a 10, that classic artwork with beautiful new holo. That Mega Rayquaza from Celebrations, of course. I wish this was the normal, the original, in a 10. And then an old beauty, we have the Zapdos from Fossil in an 8. Non-holo, but still, this card's sick. Big fan. He did throw in 2 of the Eevee promos from Prismatic. Love sealed promos. I keep a bunch of them locked away. I'll just pull these out in batches then. So this is the English collection. It's about, I don't know, I think it's 100, 105 cards, something like that for the English. Again, these are all modern bangers, all Illustrator rares or SIRs, and they are all minty. And again, you get people that say their collection is mint, and then you find some whitening here and there. This entire collection, for the most part, I would say 85%. It's either gradable or it's off-centered, so it's not gradable. But if all these cards were centered, I would be having a very long wait time and a large payout to PSA trying to get all these graded. So thankfully, not all of them are going to be, but ultimately, I think I got to go through these with a second eye and really make sure that these are gradable. Chansey, Bulbasaur, Reggie, Mew. I absolutely love this Mewtwo. And again, the Charizard's in this batch as well from the special collection, the Charizard box. I love this Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith. I absolutely love the sister artwork from the other vantage point behind Charizard. Again, I think this is one of the coolest, you know, sister arts they have. Deoxys, Big Man Blastoise, Giratina. Both Charizards from 151. Love it. The OG, triple OG, the first Mega Charizard. And then we got the Rayquaza V from Evolving Skies. Again, look at that. I mean, this is pretty darn close. Degradable. I think it's a little OC. Looks to be a little left heavy. But who knows, maybe I'll give it a shot. We'll see. So these aren't like the normal vintage grails that I go after, right? If anyone who knows me, I love my vintage. I love going after things from my era. I'm an old man now in the game compared to most. So what brings me nostalgia, maybe some people have never seen before. So with this stuff, it's all modern, and they're all modern bangers for the most part. Like these are probably some of the oldest cards in here, right? So just seeing, you know, all this new stuff, all the silver border, this is stuff that goes quick at shows. This is all liquid inventory. So that's why I was really excited to ultimately do this deal. I think it's going to really help me move quick through these next couple shows. And again, this is what people want. It's recognizable, especially to some of the younger customers that we have that come to the table. And man, this Zapdos is sweet. I know IRs and SIRs are kind of all the rage, but man, some of these full arts, man, that Zapdos is clean. The baby blue background, I like it. Gloom. And it's all different sizes. This Psyduck, what? I think Misty Psyduck, I think it's around 50 or 60 bucks, give or take. Absolute beaut. I mean, random Lugia from Break. I've never had these Break cards. I remember seeing them as a young lad, and I was like, man, that's so sweet. I've never seen those before. So getting one of these added to the collection definitely is cool. Darkrai. There she is. Man, that artwork is dope. Fun fact, I don't know if everyone who knows, there's a Diglett in each vantage point. So on the other side, there's a Diglett as well. Absolutely hilarious seeing that little Diglett. I love pointing that out to people at shows. When they buy this card, I'm always like, did you know there's a Diglett in there? They're like, what? No way. Always love pointing that out. That's something that's funny to me. We got the gold and the pink Mew, and then the Chonkachu, the black and gold. All right, let's keep rolling through this. We got a bunch of cards to go through still. I would say we're just a little over halfway, all the English. We got the Palkia Gold, 2 Iron Valiants, and then a bunch of 151, I think, in a row. Another Darkrai. This Groudon's sweet. Big fan. Here's the 151. I think this Pikachu, long term, again, this is gonna be one of those cards I think that blows up. You have so many different Pokemon in here. You got a Gengar that most people don't even notice. You got the Big Man Blastoise in the back. You got the funny Psyduck. I mean, there's just a bunch of cute Pokemon, and you love to see them like in that cityscape, in a natural environment. Well, I guess unnatural environment. But seeing it in with people, I think it's just a cool artwork. And I'll say it, people who know me, they've heard me on this rant. I'm gonna do it again. This is the best card in 151. It is the dopest art. It is so beautiful. The layering of all the different flowers and colors. I love the texture on the card. I have a large stake in this card. I think this might be my 11th and 12th copy of this. I think this card's gonna do unbelievable long term. It's my favorite. And then this Ghastly's sweet too. I mean, anytime you get all 3 of an evolution line, let alone let it be Gengar, I think that card's gonna go up long term. Love this Ghastly. Hopefully it's gradable. I'll go through these after this. We have Rayquaza. We got everyone's favorite fish, and Uncle Gyarados up in the corner, trying to make his way up the waterfall. Dragonair. We got 2 of the Charmanders, and again, hey, just you're going through it and then a banger out of nowhere. We have the Rayquaza VMAX from Evolving Skies in absolute beautiful condition. A little OC, right? The right side looks to be a little heavy, but this card is a beaut. And again, this is one of those cards where it's like, I want to keep this. This is not a card I'm particularly excited to sell. I've always wanted this. I especially want it in a 10. I don't know if this will grade a 10. So that's one of those things I'll go through with a fine-tooth comb and go through the rest of these, but some absolutely beautiful cards. We're getting into some yellow borders, and then I think there's a bunch of trainers in here as well. So that Erica's Invitation, I think, is gonna be the first one. I think we have a little batch of, this is the last, I don't know, 12, 15 cards left. So we got a couple trainers in here. And then again, he just sneaks in these random old vintage cards. And like he said, this is pretty darn close to mint. It is the non-holo from Team Rocket Returns back in the day. This is the only thing that's wrong with it. Yeah, it has this little bit of whitening right here at the corner, but I mean, this card is what, 25 years old, give or take, something like that? Actually, he might even be older than that. This is from the original, I think 1999, so this might be up to 27 years old. And for it to be in this type of condition, whew, you don't see it a lot. So exciting to see stuff like that. And then I think this is it. Yeah, no, another Deoxys. I think that's the second Deoxys we have. So this is it for the English collection. Let's get through the Japanese next. Let's see what we got. All right, now we have the Japanese lot to go through. Ultimately, it's about 30 to 40 cards. I'm having a hard time figuring out which of these I don't want to grade. I think this entire stack you got right here arguably could be gradable. So let's go through them. There's some sick cards in here. These are a little bit older, I think, give or take. There's a lot of tag teams in here. Not as much, I don't think there's any Scarlet Violet now that I'm thinking about it. I think all these are either Sword and Shield, a couple Sword and Shield, but mostly like the tag team era. So we have the trainer, I think it's Welder. This Celebi, I remember with a sweet swirl. Perrin. And I've never seen this artwork before. It is absolutely hilarious. Raichu in a lowing Raichu, pulling on his tail. I don't know if this is a Japanese exclusive. I think it must be because I've never seen it before. Maybe, again, I just missed it in the English version. But this card is sweet. I am a fan. And then, yeah, I think this is where we get into a bunch of the tag teams. Oh, nope, it was just the one. Deoxys, Charizard. There's a couple of the tag teams, and another Deoxys. And let's go through these. So yeah, this is where it's like tag team after tag team and or trainer. Darkrai. Eevee. So I think this might be the only Scarlet Violet in the entire Japanese lot. Got the golds. Snivy and Venusaur. Marshadow and Machamp. This is a sweet artwork. It's funny because you always see Machamp with what? His 4 arms, and then you see this little Marshadow throwing punches left and right. Love it. And again, the hard part for me now is trying to figure out which of these are not gonna get graded. These tag teams kind of just bring something out of you. You don't see these often in, well, I personally don't, in Japanese. So seeing this entire lot, it just is exciting. It was a different era, and the artwork's a little bit different from the Scarlet Violet and even the Sword and Shield. They're just, I don't know, there's just depth to them, and I think they're really, really neat the way the artists kind of pictured all the different combinations and the different Pokemon they combined. I just love it. All right, So that's a Japanese lot. Like I said, that's a little bit of the smaller portion of it. There's only a few things left I wanted to show, but ultimately, this is about the majority of the collection. And the last two cards that I haven't shown you guys yet, and I'm not a Chinese guy. I'm not into the Chinese cards. I normally stick to just strictly English and Japanese, but he mentioned he did have a couple Chinese cards, and these were the two that I'm like, okay, I will definitely take these. Absolute beaut. The Sylveon. This card is beautiful. Got the Marshadow in the background. The texture on the card, so sweet. Definitely a gradable copy. Look, he even has a little sticker on it. I don't know if that's the right price, but whew, beauty. And then last but not least, I'm a Pikachu collector, and I've never seen this. Again, I don't collect the Chinese, so when I saw this, I got excited. So the Chinese promo of Pikachu with Mew, and then you got the Charizard with the crown in the background. Man, this is a sick card. And seeing how much this goes for, I was actually shocked, and it's definitely gonna be a card that I am going to grade. And the hard part then is going to be, does this stay in the personal collection, or is this something that ultimately gets sold? But man, this thing is clean. Man, I was excited when he showed me that. He left that one dead last, which was funny. Ultimately, we went through the entire. All right, so from a numbers perspective, the seller and I kind of went back and forth on this, but ultimately we landed on somewhere between that $6,500 to $7,000 range for the entire collection. Ultimately, I was able to offer him a percentage that he was more than excited about, was gonna give him enough cash to move forward on future endeavors. Like I said, he wants out of Pokemon as a whole. He has some wants and needs that he wants to take care of. And ultimately, I'm excited about all this new inventory. So now for the rest of the night, I got a show first thing tomorrow morning. Card Ville will be there at the Brotherly Love Card Show at Live Casino in Philadelphia. So I got a long night in front of me. I'm probably gonna have to get another coffee, figure out again what's going into that graded pile, try to maximize my profit on this. Again, such great condition cards, real mint condition cards that normally you don't see when you're buying out a collection. Gonna try to figure out just how many of these are gradable, and then from there, take a couple and put them into the PC, throw it away in the vault, right? You gotta keep a couple for your own sake. And then ultimately, I got a bunch of cards on, probably 80 cards or so that I'm gonna have to price out and figure out what the inventory is gonna look like for tomorrow. But I'm very excited for the opportunity to buy a collection like this that's, you know, so well kept. And then ultimately, hey, this is the first step in growing that Card Ville brand. So really looking forward to the show tomorrow and the next couple of shows we have in upcoming weeks. And I said, hey, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more videos and vendor POVs coming over the next couple weeks. Keep an eye out for Card Ville, and let's see what sells, all right? So thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for watching. Peace out and have a good night.